Yo, what's up guys? Sora is my homeboy here, and we are back for another episode of our Sapphire Wedlocke challenge. We are here in Mauville City. We have a lot we can do right now. We kind of ended the episode right when we got to the city. We haven't really done a lot yet. We did go over this way and fight the double battle that was here, but other than that, we haven't journeyed any farther than that. So of course we're rocking our usual team, and so we can go over there to visit Wally. We can go this way. There are a few trainers to fight here. We might do this first just because they're right here. Just some trainers to battle. We can't actually cross the water that's here yet because that'll be later once we have surf. We cross there to get to the next part of the game. And then going up, of course, is the Wind Straight House, which is probably one of the most terrifying parts of this game that we'll run into. I'm not sure yet. Also, look what's on the screen right now. I'm just saying. I'm not sure, actually, if we're gonna do that yet. I'm really torn because, like, it's the Wind Straight House. If you don't remember or haven't played the game for some reason, go play it. But basically, there are 4, like, family members that you battle all right in a row without getting any, like, healing in between them or any sort of break or anything. Now, why that's terrifying, one, in a wedlock, that means we only get 2 Pokemon, like one pairing, to fight the entire Wind Straight family, 4 battles in a row. And, to top it off, it's randomized! So we have no idea what we're gonna run into for 4 battles straight. So, it's kind of terrifying. I'm kind of scared to do it, but I feel like we kind of have to, because, like, it's part of the game, and it's like, if we're just gonna skip all the challenging parts, then why are we even playing, right? So we'll do it at some point. I just don't know when yet, because it makes me a little bit uneasy. We are already at a good level to do it, just in terms of comparing ourselves to them, because they have, like, they're about in the 15 to 17 range, and then the final member has a level 18. So, like, in terms of levels, we're pretty much even with them right now. The only issue, of course, is that, you know, we only have 2 Pokemon to use, so if a type comes out that the pairing can't handle, we're kind of just stuck, and we won't get to heal in between, too. So we're really gonna have to think about how we want to do that. Can we... I think we should be fine just staying in. But yeah, it's been a while since I've played. I know... I missed a week of uploading. I apologize for that. There was one week where it's like I uploaded the wrong episode. I accidentally uploaded 8 instead of 7 because it was already done, and I mixed it up. So I uploaded that wrong, and then I took it down right away. Like, a couple people had seen it and told me, but I took it down, and then I forgot to upload, like, that Wednesday, and then yeah, we kind of missed a week, and then had an episode that some people had already seen. So I apologize that got mixed up. But yeah, in terms of actually recording, I haven't recorded in a while because all of that was already, like, pre-recorded and stuff. So I'm also still, like, remembering what we were doing and orienting myself to everything again. Heal up. The reason I have Mike and Ike out front right now is because Ike is the lowest level of all of them, so I'm just trying to get him caught up with everybody else. Alright. So, let's finish off the other trainers that are over here, and then I think we'll continue the other way on that route, because there are trainers there, and then we can go see Wally. If you remember, we battled him in the last episode. Oh, whoops, you're not a trainer. We battled him in the last episode. He had not the most intimidating or greatest Pokemon out there, but we can go visit him now, and there is that little rock tunnel arc thing to do. I think we can't quite do that yet because you have to have Rock Smash, but that is over there. Technically, we can fight the gym. Like, we can do that right now. Can we not do this? Can we not do this? Freaking Curlia. We can fight the gym. I don't remember what his levels are. I have the guidebook with me right now. I'll look it up if we need to, but we can do that. We can... Yeah, we can't go up yet. You need to be able to Rock Smash to go up past the Wind Straight House. So, like, the Wind Straights are as far as we could get. Actually, you know what? I might here. Well, one, we're Dark type, so I'll switch to Mike. But also, we can Leech Seed and slowly sap some of that HP, since he's just going to use Double Team the entire time. And we'll never land anything. I was going to say, if that doesn't even land, I'll be upset. Alright. Just stay asleep. Just get as many turns of sleep in as you can. You look tired, just stay asleep, and then we'll just pursue you. Dude, I love Pursuit in competitive play when you can pursue trap psychic types. It is the funnest thing ever. Oh my goodness. I should play a little more competitive again. It is really fun, even though like I'm not that good at it and I never got super into the scene. There are just little moments here and there that make it all worth it. Okay, okay, everyone's up to par now. Why don't let's have Goodbar and Twizzlers up front. They need to get some action. Alright, go up here. Alright, one last dude on the beach here. Let my melody rock your soul. Alright, bring it on. I bet your Pokemon won't even be slightly music related. Although actually, I kind of like when they don't completely just... Okay, we need to not fight a grass type. I like when they don't completely just stereotype every trainer. It's like, I can sort of understand why, but it's like, you know, when the guitar players always have the electric types, and you've got like... I don't know. I just like when they're a little more varied, which they kind of started to do in the newer games, a little bit. Get out. Because it's also like, the gyms are already type-based, so we don't need all the trainers to have one type when we fight them too. I mean, they have some diversity, they always have, but... Alright, Hoot. Yeah, we might as well just stay in, because ground moves aren't gonna hurt him either. Cut him! Twizzlers is cutting everybody right now. Get out. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Twizzlers is on a rampage. Alright. They weren't even that scary. Not even scary enemies. No, we don't want to learn Helping Hand. That's a trash move. Actually, no. It's actually really good for doubles, but we're not going to be doing doubles very often, so it doesn't matter. So no, we don't want to learn that. Hello. It would be kind of cute since it's a Wedlocke, and then when they fight together, he can help him out, but it would come up so rarely that it's not really worth it. Magnitude 7! That should destroy this little bug. He's part poison type. Nope. Oh, don't do that. I don't know why. I always forget that bugs resist ground, because it doesn't, like, seem that intuitive to me. Should I... Let's just water gun him. It just, like... I can sort of see it, but I never think of that. I don't know. I usually would, but I was too focused on... Oh, now I hate when it does that. Anyway. No, don't hurt yourself. No, don't disable me again. Can we please just kill you? Yes, snap out of your confusion. Thank you. Can I just say, I love Barboach's little whisker things. I think Barboach is so adorable. And I know he's like sort of just another generic fish Pokemon, but I think he's adorable. I don't really care that much for Whiscash, but Barboach is so cute. So now we can start heading the other way. I think we're gonna keep Goodbar and Twizzlers up front just for now. We don't need to leave anyone in daycare. Alright, come here. Come here! I guess we technically could put a PC Pokemon in the daycare if we wanted to, just in case. The only thing is that, like, for one, like, we don't know, like, if we needed someone from the PC, we don't know who we're gonna lose and who we would need to replace. So, like, already, you know, we'd have to just make a decision and pick someone to put in the daycare. But also on top of that, I honestly don't like the daycare because, like, one, you don't get EVs for leveling up, and two, it's, like, it just replaces your moves. Which I know, like, generally, for the most part, as you level up, your moves get better, so you'd want them anyway. But I like making my own decisions about what moves I'm gonna end up with. Like, I don't like that it decides for me. Like, we could get a Pokemon back and be like, oh, well, it just randomly, you know, replaced these other ones that we had before. Maybe I didn't want these. Like, for example, Twizzlers right there learning Helping Hand right now. It's like, if he had been in the daycare, he would have just randomly gotten that over another move, and it's like, I don't want that move on him. I would never use that. Hello. Are you the person that has 6 Pokemon? I'm pretty sure she does. I'm pretty sure. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's a burb. There's so many burbs. Okay, let's not be in, because we have Water Gun, but we mostly have ground moves, and I do not want to be fighting a burb right now with a ground fish. This grounded, out of water fishy. Cut down the burbs. Cut down the burbs. Alright, bag on. We'll just stay in. We can take him. We can take on the dragon. Cut him down. Well, I guess he's not really a dragon yet. He's like a little dinosaur guy. Dude, that did so much. Twizzlers is on our rampage, man. I mean, heck, we're level 19. But geez, calm down. Goodbye. Goodbye. About to use Slugma. Yes, we'll change. Mr. Goodbar, please show them what you can do. Can we get a magnitude 10? Just for overkill. Can we get a magnitude 10, please? Let's see it. 9, okay, close enough. This poor little Slugma is going to get wrecked right now. Goodbye, says Mr. Goodbar. I really need to draw everyone on the team. I had started a drawing of, actually, do we want to stand? Yeah, we can stand. I started a drawing of Mike and Ike together, but I never got any further, unfortunately. I have not been drawing enough lately. I just drew a little bit, recently, and it was fun, and it kind of makes me want to get back into it. But I just, I don't know. It's, partly I am actually busy right now, just with life in general, but also I could just be doing more of my hobbies with my free time. It's just, it gets so tiring, once you have a full-time job and stuff, it's it kind of, I don't know, it's tiring. You come home and it's you don't always want to, you know, commit a bunch of energy to something else. It kind of sucks. Magnitude 6 should be enough. If 5 did that much, this should take him out. There we go. We're also holding the soft sand, so our ground moves get boosted. Alright, and finally, we have Vibrava. Let's bring Twizzlers in for this? Yeah. Alright. What can we do to this dragonfly? Hello. Got him. I feel like the Flygon line is the OG unconventional dragons. Because up to this point, they're all just basically generic dragon Pokemon. Okay, well actually, I guess aside from Kingdra. But he's kind of it's sort of, I don't want to say it's an exception, because it's he's a sea dragon, an actual animal that's considered a dragon. So I guess he's kind of the OG unconventional dragon. But there are a lot of just generic dragon Pokemon. And by generic I mean they're just basic, you know, dragon-esque. You know, you have Dragonite and Salamence. It's just the Western dragon with the wings and the 4 limbs or whatever. But I love what they started doing. Flygon is super cool and interesting. Noivern, shoutouts to one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Just dragons like that where it's what? This is a dragon? I remember the first time that I encountered Goomy was magical, because for that game I tried to look up as little as I could. Well, not as little as I could. I knew some of the Pokemon. I knew the basic ones, the starters and the rodents. I knew Bunnelby and Fletchling and those kind of Pokemon. But I tried to avoid looking up the entire Pokedex before I played the game because I wanted to be surprised a bit. And the first time I encountered Goomy was a magical experience because I could not figure out what the heck that thing was. Because, looking at it, Dragon... Oh, why did I use Water Gun? Dragon is, the last type I would... Oh, my word. Can we... I'm just gonna switch and play it safe. I was that was, the last type I ever would have guessed for it. At first I thought, normal type, or, I met it in the rain, so I was okay, maybe it's, some, water blobby thing? I don't know. And I was trying, all kinds of attacks, and, keeping track of, what it had resisted, so that I was okay, so it can't be that type, and I was, trying to figure it out, and, it was bugging me so much, I'm what the heck is this Pokemon? So I capture it, I throw a Pokeball, I'm I have to know what this is, and then I look in the Pokedex, and I'm what? That's a dragon? What? Are you kidding me? It blew my mind. Goomy blew my mind the first time I saw it. And once I saw the evolutions, well at least the final one, because the second one is still basically a snail. But I saw the final evolution, I'm okay, yeah, it's a dragon dinosaur thing, that makes sense. But I was what the heck did they do? It's this little blob upon the ground, this little wet, squishy blob is a dragon. Are you serious right now? But that, Gen 6 was super fun for dragons. I feel they kind of just, they threw all the old conventions out the window, and they're you know what? A bat can be a dragon. You know what? A snail can be a dragon. Why not? I thoroughly enjoyed Gen 6. I think Gen 6, I don't know. I haven't like ranked my favorites in order because I keep going back and forth. It's like up there for one of my favorites. Like I would say I like Gen 1 and 2 more, and that not just for a nostalgia thing. Like I know like Gen 1 is broken. Like the mechanics are so broken, and I know they are. But I just like the feel of the game. I like how quick the battles go. There are just like little things like that that make the experience more enjoyable for me. But like in terms of like bringing the series back, like that's kind of what Gen 6 did for me. Because like I have to admit, like I wasn't really into Gen 4 and 5. I didn't play them when they first came out. I didn't play them until years and years after they were already released. Actually, I've never done a normal playthrough of Gen 5. I've tried multiple Nuzlockes, but I've never actually finished that game. But anyway, so like Gen 4 was like, it was kind of like when I started to lose interest. It's not that I didn't care about Pokemon anymore. Why is this thing so bulky? It's not that I didn't care about Pokemon. I just like, I saw the new Pokemon and the games and I was like, nothing looks that like new or interesting. I wasn't that interested in playing it, so I didn't. And then, you know, Gen 5 came around, and honestly, like, Gen 5, it is really solid in its own right. Like, it's actually a really good game. It's just way too urban for me, and it's completely a personal thing. Like, I fully admit that. Like, I don't like Gen 5 personally, but I admit that they're good Pokemon games. But, like, it's just way too urban for me. I like really, like, rural settings, fantasy settings, like, really naturey kind of ones. And that one, it's like, it's a bunch of cities, like, which is fine. It's just, like, it didn't feel like a world that I wanted to explore, personally. So I didn't like Gen 5 that much, and not a lot of the Pokemon jumped out at me. There are a few that I enjoy, but overall, that's one of my least favorite Pokedexes. So I didn't play that one either. And then I went back to Gen 4, like, I can't remember what year that was. I think that was my freshman year of college. Yeah, back in, like, 2012 or something. I was like, you know what? I should catch up with Pokemon again, because, like, I'm like a hardcore Pokemon fan, and I've only played up to Gen 3, and that's sad. So I was like, okay, let's give Gen 4 a try. So I got a used copy of it, and tried it out. And, like, I enjoyed it while I was playing it, but then afterwards it was like, it wasn't that memorable. Like, it was kind of fun to play a Pokemon game again, but nothing jumped out at me in that gen. And it's still my least favorite. And that one, like, it could also be a personal thing, because I know, like, a lot of people, there are, like, fans for Gen 4 who are like, yeah, that's, like, my favorite generation out of all of them. But for me, honestly, I think it just has a lot of, I should not be staying in here. What am I doing? Oh, Whismur. First, I don't know. For a second, I thought I said Whiscash, and I'm like, that's not going to end well for us. But yeah, it's just, like, really bland to me. Like, it feels very generic is my issue with it. There's nothing that really jumps out. And, like, Cynthia's cool. Everyone loves Cynthia. But, like, other than that, the game didn't have much going for it, in my opinion. If you like it, that's totally cool. It was just not my thing. But I went back and played it. I borrowed Gen 5 from a friend, and got to the Elite Four, and I was too lazy to level grind because that game is the battles are super slow. They're so slow, and I'm like, I'm not level grinding for this. So I didn't finish it. And then I've tried to Nuzlocke it like a bunch of times, and I've just never beaten it. So I've never actually beaten Gen 5. And then Gen 6 came around, and I was like, okay, can we not pause right now? And I was like, this actually looks really good. Like, this looks like it could breathe a lot of life back into the franchise. And it did. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed Gen 6. And of course, it's not perfect either, but, like, I feel like it's what the series needed in a way. And I think, like, for its debut into, like, the fully 3D modeled game world, I think it was, like, a fantastic generation for it to do that. So yeah, they did a great job with it. Gen 7, I loved the heck out of Sun and Moon while I was playing them. Like, I was like, this is, like, the Pokemon experience that I've wanted for a long time. Like, finally, at least somewhat breaking the mold. And... oh, wait, we don't... okay. I've thought for a second, because last time we fought a Wynot, people were like, don't worry, like, he doesn't get counter until level 16. For a second there, I thought he was going to counter us and kill us. But anyway, so I thoroughly enjoyed Gen 7 while I was playing it. And then, for some reason afterwards, like, I haven't touched it. I beat it, like, the story mode, got the credits, did the final battle, whatever. and beat it, and I never, ever once touched it or turned it on again. I have not turned it on in months now since I beat the game. So, I don't know what that says about that generation. I think it was a great experience, but not a great game, I guess. Like, it doesn't really have replay value in my opinion. Like, I don't really want to play it again. I think it was really fun. Maybe I could see myself nuzlocking it, like, once for story purposes. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here, because I don't want it to go too long, but, I really enjoyed Gen 6 and 7. 4 and 5 is kind of where it dropped off for me, but I did go back and play them and enjoy them, so there's my little spiel. You guys can let me know down in the comments, like, what are your favorite generations? What's your story of the order you played them in or whatever? Which ones do you enjoy the most? Or which ones do you think were the least memorable in your opinion? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Next time, hopefully there will be more action. This was mostly just clearing out those routes. So that next time we can, like, get to more story stuff and actually move on. Maybe possibly get to the gym? We'll see. I don't know. I'm not promising anything. But see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Stay awesome.